Hey, is it okay if I complain about something real quick in my car? Is that okay? I don't care. I'm going to do it anyway. And please don't report me for not having my milk buckled in the seat. Uh, you know what I find super annoying about Christians? And I mean, I find a lot of things annoying, but this one just really is just annoys me. And normally, if I was going to say something like this, I would qualify it with, saying, well, not all Christians, this is just, some Christians, not all of them. But in this case, I think maybe it might be all of them. Like, it's like a feature of being a Christian. And they are always right. Always. They know more than you about everything. Always. They're never wrong. They're always right. And you know why they're always right? It's because they have this secret knowledge that you just don't have. They know something you don't know. And it doesn't matter what your background is. It doesn't matter what your experiences in life have been. It doesn't matter what your expertise in. It doesn't matter how intelligent you are, how stupid you are, how anything. They know more than you. And that just, I try not to argue with Christians anymore. I really, that's one reason I haven't made videos. I got tired of arguing with people, and it's just not worth it, and I don't care for it. I don't want to argue politics. I don't want to argue religion. I'm kind of done. But on occasion, I can't help myself. And recently there was this woman who, she just inserted herself at the wrong time when somebody is actually grieving the loss of a family member, and that's when they decide to, tell you how wrong you are, and how right they are. And I gently pushed back. Gently. I really did. And the response I got from this woman who knows nothing about me, doesn't know who I am, my history, knows nothing. Her response to me was, I needed to dive into the Bible. You need to dive into the Bible, and then I would find the truth. Okay, lady, let me tell you a little bit about me. You see, I was born and raised in a Christian home. I was born and raised in church. My father was a preacher. We not only prayed and read our Bible every day, but we were required to memorize large chunks of the Bible every single month and recite that back to our teachers without missing a single word. So yeah, I read the Bible. I've dived into it a little bit. Where I went to school, studying the Bible was actual curriculum. It was in our curriculum. I started out in elementary school with, the basics and what they called Bible reading. As you got older, you got into the advanced New Testament survey, Old Testament survey, Life of Christ, and I'm probably missing one or two. So yeah, I've dived into the Bible. Matter of fact, Karen, the reason I'm an atheist today is because I dived into the Bible. Because apparently I dived a little too far into the Bible. I read a little too much of the Bible. You see, Karen, I was a Christian. You don't have some special knowledge that I don't know just because you're a Christian. I was a Christian. I was you. Well, guess what? Apparently, I didn't Christian right. And that is always, it doesn't matter. And, they have special knowledge that even other Christians don't have. If you tell them, I grew up in church, guess what? You went to the wrong church. Well, you should have went to my church. My church, you were just brought up in the wrong church and it gave you the wrong idea of religion. And, my preacher, he's blah, blah, blah. It doesn't matter. It's like, no, I've went to all kinds of churches. I've looked at all the different denominations. It doesn't matter. They know something you don't know. You did not Christian right. You probably was never a Christian. I prayed so hard. Do you know how much I prayed in my life? You didn't pray right. For whatever reason, God revealed something to them that he just refused to reveal to me. Ain't that weird? No matter how hard I tried when I was a Christian, God was like, nah, I'm not going to show you what I showed Karen. Nah, she's special. It annoys me, the arrogance. Like, why us dummies over here are pondering all the mysteries of the universe. They have all the answers. They know it all. I don't like the comparison to religious people to, believing in Santa Claus. I don't know why. I don't say that, and I don't like that. But sometimes, I got to be honest, it is like arguing with adults that still believe in Santa Claus. Because you're kind of like, I can't believe you still believe in Santa Claus. And they're like, oh no, trust me, I know Santa Claus is real because he brought me gifts every year when I was a kid. I'm like, yeah, well, guess what? Santa Claus brought me gifts every year when I was a kid too. But one year, I snuck down the hallway and I saw it was actually my parents putting the gifts out. It wasn't Santa Claus. Well, guess what? You just had the wrong parents. Obviously, my parents ain't in them. Santa Claus really come to my house. I had the wrong Santa Claus. I don't know. It really annoys me. And for whatever reason, I just wanted to get on here and tell you that it annoyed me. Because I thought, maybe, I don't know, I just felt like venting. What's happening to my car? Okay. I don't know what that was. So I'm going to go on inside and put a couple groceries away. Talk to y'all later.